Okay, I think we're ready, Ed. We're here. I'm Jim,
I'm Chris.
and we're Geeks on Tour. And we have some special stuff for you today. It's Ask Chris Anything. Brought to you by Geeks on Tour.
I've been working with Google Photos for a long time, and I love answering your questions. So here's the point. You take lots of photos with your phone. You want them automatically gathered and organized. That's why Google Photos was created. But there's still a lot to it. You probably have questions, and we have answers. Want to say hello to people who are joining us?
Yeah, let's see. Who do we have here? Bill H. saying hi to Jolin. Okay. And greetings from the low country of South Carolina. Hi, Jolin.
Hey, Jolin.
And who else is here?
Ron, Tech for Senior.
Ron, Tech for Senior. Okay. Memory feed. I can't explain any of that.
New feature called, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. And Murray, it's good to see you. Okay, who else? That's about it right now. There's Bob Baxter. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you. 63. Cool. All right.
Looks like one of those was a question. I mean, not to do it at the moment, but just if you're typing in the comments and what you're typing is a question that we should get to, please, put a Q or a couple of question marks or something to make it stand out so that we don't miss you.
Yeah, that would be great, because this is a system that doesn't always work as well as I should. Go ahead.
So, Learn Google Photos is the book that I wrote. I've been in computer training and support since 1983, and I just love photos. So that becomes my specialty. First it was Picasa, now it's Google Photos, and I am considered a product expert by Google, and I am now at the top, at the diamond level as a Google Photos product expert. So that means I should be able to answer your questions.
You should be able to answer the questions.
You never know. There is a lot to it. You can get the book available on Amazon or go to learngooglephotos.com and you'll see all about it there. And see ongoing updates. I keep a list of every change as much as I can at geeksontour.com/GP updates, Google Photos updates. All right, we can get to it.
Okay, where do you want to start there?
Well, let's start with ones that came in on email. There were a few people sent in questions beforehand, so seems fair to deal with them first, and then we'll get to the questions in the chat.
So Carol S. is still having trouble downloading from an email to Google Photos. I must be doing something wrong. I did get them all moved to my pictures file on my computer. Help me with moving them to Google Photos.
Well, if you got them to your computer, then you did the main thing, which is getting them separated from the email. But I will show you how, if you're using Gmail, you can go straight from the Gmail to Google Photos. But if you're not using Gmail, there isn't any way. So what you've done so far is good, and I will show you how they can get them from the computer up to Google Photos. And that's another thing. It's up. Google Photos is in the cloud. Your computer is in front of you. So if you want to get your photos from your computer to Google Photos, please use the term upload. All right. So in preparing for this question, I made sure that I have an email with a photo attached. First, I'll show you the attached. So realize there's two different ways that you could get a photo sent to you. Somebody could attach the photo to an email, or they could embed it, put it right inside the email. So this is an example of one that is attached. And I just want you to see, if I just scroll, if I just move my mouse over the picture, might be kind of hard to see. Can you put that full screen? And I wonder if I should even zoom in a little bit. Yeah. If I just roll the mouse over the picture, you will see 3 buttons. This one means download, get the picture from the email down to your computer. This one means get the picture from your email to your Google Drive. And this one means save to Google Photos. So that is a 1-step, but it's only if you're using Gmail. And I want to show you one that is embedded. So here is a photo that is embedded, and same thing. I just roll over it and I get download, send to Google Drive, or send to Google Photos. So I'm going to do it on this one. I just click on send to Google Photos, and it's done. I click view. It takes me to my Google Photos, and there is the picture. Really nice. But you said that you already accomplished getting all the emailed photos down to your computer. All right, this is how you get them up to Google Photos. Step 1, open Google Photos. I call this pull rather than push. So instead of being at your photos on your computer and pushing them somewhere, you're going to go to Google Photos and pull them up. So I am in Google Photos right now, and that's just on the web, photos.google.com, and looking at all my photos. You click Import, the blue button at the top right, and from computer. Now all you have to do is navigate to your Pictures folder, and then to whatever other folder. Hopefully you have, you put them in some folder. Then you can select them. If you want all of the pictures from a given folder, you Control A for select all, or Command A in a Mac.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure you're on Windows. And then you click Open. That will copy all of the selected photos from your computer's hard drive up to Google Photos. I'm not going to do it because all these photos are already in my Google Photos. My Google Photos has nearly 100,000 photos with my lifetime of pictures and videos. So Carol, if you're watching, let us know if that answered your question. All right.
Okay.
Let's do one more from here, and then.
Okay, Gil, how to move images from Google Photos to PC?
So this is just the opposite. So Gil is saying he has photos in Google Photos, probably uploaded from his phone. Now he wants them on his PC. So instead of uploading, this time we're
Downloading,
getting them from Google Photos. And I want to show you first. And then I have a little video that I really love. This is one of my favorite videos, so I'm going to play it for you. But just step 1, you would go to Google Photos. You would, if you just want to download one picture, you can open it and you'll click the 3 dots and you'll download. That picture then goes to wherever you tell it. If you have multiple photos, you would select them all and then download and tell it where you want it. They get packaged into a zip file. All right, play this video, 574. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and this quick tutorial video is about downloading photos from Google Photos. Google Photos stores your entire library of photos in the cloud so you can see them with any connected device. But most people also want a copy on their local computer or backup hard drive. But here's the deal. On Google Photos, it stores all of my photos. I have thousands and thousands and so many similar shots. I don't need to have all of those. I don't want to have all of those on my hard drive. I have a plan of making a monthly album of just my best shots, and those albums I do download from the cloud in Google Photos to a backup hard drive on my computer. Let me show you how. First, I want to show you my hard drive. It is a external hard drive just plugged into my computer, and it has all sorts of stuff on it. But here is one folder where I put all my backup of my pictures, and I've been doing this for the whole time. And if I show you 2018, for example, you'll see that I have one file, a zip file, for each month, January, February, March. I also make a zip file for special occasions, like a diving trip that we went on. Now let me show you my Google Photos. So here I am in Google Photos, and as you know, it's just one giant stream throughout the years of my 70, 80,000 pictures, okay? So I make an album for each month. I click on Albums, and this is July 2019, so here is my album for June. I open that album and select the three-dot menu and download all. That creates a zip file, and then it stops and asks me where I want to store it. I want it on my Seagate backup drive in the Pictures folder, in the folder for 2019, and I like the album name, 2019-06 June, and it's a zip file. I click Save. If yours did not ask you where, then I recommend that you change your browser settings. On Chrome, it's the three dots in the upper right, then Settings, then Advanced all the way at the bottom, then Downloads. And notice I have this setting turned on to ask where to save each file before downloading. Otherwise, they all go to the same place. Your choice, but that's my recommendation. So now let me look at my hard drive. There is June, and I've already done January, March, but it's a zip file. Now, I think that's fine. This is my backup. I don't use my pictures on my computer. This is just if something should happen to my Google Photos, I have my best photos for June. If you do want them visible on your hard drive, then you just right-click and extract all. And it creates a folder with the same name as the zip file, and all your photos are inside there. On a Mac, you do the same thing, just double click. Rather than right clicking, you double click and it will unzip. Unzip your file, and there are all the photos. Last thing, what if you don't make albums? So you don't have an album for June, but you still want to make a zip file, a backup of all your June photos. You can just search for June 2019, then select, you click on the first one, and then you all the way down to the bottom, and you shift click on the last one. It tells me 245 pictures are selected. Those are all the ones from June 2019, and I click on download, and it will do the exact same thing I just showed you with an album. So now you can rest easy knowing that all of your photos are in Google Photos, but you also have your best for every month locally on your hard drive.
Cool.
I hope you liked that one. That's that's not just telling you how to get photos up or down. It's a whole system. But I think it's worked very well for me for many, many years.
Bill says Control V does not work consistently. Single right clicking in the body, composing a Gmail, and paste as text does.
I don't think this is about Google Photos. I think this is his conversation with Jolin.
Oh.
Yeah, about something else.
Oh, go away.
I'm pretty sure. If not, Bill, correct me, and just ask again.
Okay.
But I know I saw a couple of actual
Okay. Well, Bob's
questions.
there. Hi.
Hello, Bob. Hi, Richard. Hi, Kathleen.
Okay.
And yes, Richard, thank you for buying the book, and hope you like the autograph.
Okay. The upload or pull from your computer into albums and Google Photos is one of the best tips ever.
Oh, should I show that, John? That's not what I did in this. Yeah, I'm going to show that. So what John is talking about is that if you have albums in Google Photos and you want to bring photos from your computer up into the album, you can just open the album. So let's see here. Here's my 2023. Here's my April monthly album. And if I can even drag and drop from the computer. So if I reposition this and I go to some photos and I don't know, old scans. All right. If I drag and drop that right into the album, then I don't have to do any work to add it to the album. It's done. It's both uploaded and added to the album. And I could have done that with the upload as well, like add, select from computer. You can even upload a whole folder from your computer, and when it's done uploading, Google Photos will ask, do you want to make an album out of that? So, thanks, John.
All right, Steve says, as a question, when you hover your mouse over the icons, text appears underneath the hand cursor where you can't read it. Is there a way to correct that?
I think I know what you're talking about. So let me go back to the email with the picture in it. And as I hover over these, a tooltip, yeah, words appear below it. Now I can still see it, but there are times when, that hand covers up and I can't read it. I have finally decided, Steve, it's correct, see if this is the case with you. I went into my Windows setting and made my mouse pointer bigger. And I realized that, because it's bigger, it's covering up stuff below it. I mean, if it gets to really be a problem, then I need to go back into my mouse settings and change the size to be smaller. Or maybe change my screen size stuff to be bigger. I think that's where it is, because, I agree. There are some times I can't read the text.
All right, that's it over here.
Wasn't there one earlier? Okay.
No.
There, when you have your mouse. Okay. Then let's go back to the.
Okay, Marvin.
These.
Putting photos into albums. I have several photos, scans, and screenshots of several different subjects and place these in multiple albums. Is there a way to know what albums they're in when I select the image?
Okay, first I want to make sure that everybody understands what Marvin is talking about here. And that is how Google Photos does not have folders. your photos, because they're uploaded from all sorts of different sources, well, how is it supposed to put them in folders? It puts them in one giant stream by date. So in the old way was folders on a computer. One picture can only be in one folder and must have computer to view your library. How it is with the Google Photos now, this is the new way. It's an infinite stream of photos and videos in the cloud by date. Then you can make albums. Albums are just groupings. One photo, so this is what this is supposed to be. Can you make that full screen? And see how it's kind of pointing to that dolphin picture. That dolphin picture exists once in the giant stream of photos, but it is included in the fish album, the ocean album, and the summer 2010 album. One picture shows up in all 4 places. So now he wants to know, can he go to that dolphin picture and see what albums it's in? Yes, but only on the web version of Google Photos, and only one picture at a time. But let me show you. So back to Google Photos. And I lost it. Back to Google Photos. And I have tons of albums. It just goes on and on and on and on. So for any given photo, I would like to know what album it's in. Let me go back here a ways. Let's pick, this was fun. This was at Epcot. So here is a photo. If you click on the I for info, it will tell you that is in the 2023-04 April album. It is also in the Jim and Chris album. So on the web version, looking at one picture, the info includes what albums it's in.
Good.
Okay.
All right, so that was good. Excellent. Now, let's see. Murray wants to know, moving photos from iPhoto to Apple devices to Google Photos is very easy. What's the easiest way to move those photos from Google Drive to Google Photos?
So the question basically is how to get photos from Google Drive to Google Photos. Yeah, there used to be a time when Google Drive and Google Photos were connected. So, but that's not anymore. They are completely 100% separate, but it's easy to get photos from Google Drive to Google Photos. Number 1, start in the Google Photos side. You need to do this poll routine again. So in Google Photos, you click Import. But instead of importing from computer, you import from Google Drive. As long as it's the same account. I don't know what to say. If it's not the same account, then yeah, you have to do a download to computer and upload.
Or download to that account and then share that.
Yeah, share between accounts and then go get it. So I see these pictures. I can select pictures and upload. It's still called upload. I would call that kind of side load, but if I upload those, they will now be in Google Photos. Now, why don't I see them? Because, remember, Google Photos is a giant stream of photos by date. The top is current dates photos. Those, I don't know what date those were. If I wanted to see that they are in here, I would go to Explore, which is basically the same thing as search, and then scroll down, recently added. So instead of seeing them in date taken order, I can see them in date added order, and those 2 I just added from Google Drive now show up.
All right. So, what are some other cool features other than the magic erase you showed us earlier? Or maybe at the Tech for Senior that you did that make it worth the $2 a month for Google One.
I think Magic Eraser is worth it all on its own.
All by itself.
And I think I plan to show that video for those of you who haven't seen Magic Eraser. But there's a bunch of other, like collage frames. How about this? And this does not work on the computer. It's only the collage artwork is only on the phone. So I'm going to go to my phone, and this works just the same on iPhone or Android. This happens to be my Android Samsung. I go to Google Photos, and to make a collage, step 1 is just to select some photos. So we were at Epcot a week or 2 ago, and it was the Flower and Garden Week, and it was just so pretty. So I'm gonna select that photo. I'm gonna select that photo. I'll select that one and that one. So I have selected 4 photos. Now I can tap on Add To and Collage. And it makes a collage, no problem. And that's part of the free version. You can even change the configuration. That's part of the free version. But when you get to this fancy artwork, notice the multicolored one there. Is that cute? Oh, look, they made it. And there's special ones all the time. So here's one for graduation. Or, scattered photos. This is only available if you are a Google One subscriber. You pay the $20 a year. Now, there are a couple that aren't. This was a free one. But look at them all. And they really are nice. And you can even do it with one photo. So basically, you get a frame for one photo. I like that. Between that and Magic Eraser and the storage, I think it's well worth it. But there are other editing features as well. Edit. Anything with the multicolor one is only for premium subscribers. So HDR. The HDR editing option can make your photos look pretty special. Okay.
Okay, so this question here. I have Google Photos on my Android One Plus phone. I assume the photos taken by my phone are in Google Photos Cloud. How do I access the photos from my PC? Carl.
Oh. And you absolutely should access them from your PC because you use that dangerous word there, right? I assume. How do you know that the photos got into the Google Photos Cloud? The way to know is to go directly to the cloud, forget the phone, and check that they're there. You do that. I'll close mine so I can start it fresh. You do that just in a browser. It's not an app, it's not software, it's just a website. And it's called photos.google.com. And assuming that you are already signed in to your Chrome browser or whatever browser with your account, you will be seeing your photos. So if you took some photos and they're not here, then you need to go back to your phone and check the upload settings And sometimes you just need to open the Google Photos app on your phone. I mean, the app kind of goes to sleep after a while. It doesn't always upload your photos in the background, especially on iPhone, but even on Android. So you need to go into your phone, tap on your account button in the upper right of Google Photos app, and see that they are uploading.
Okay, Mark wants you to show him where the saved memories and collages are.
Saved memories. Good question. Well, let me save a memory first and then see if I can find it. So, memories is this top row up here. And if there's something here that I really like, I don't know, eating, and a memory, oh, that's just one photo. 8 years ago. Where were we 8 years ago, Jim? Looks like we were here in Oakland Park, Florida. Oh, that's pretty. I don't know where that is. All right. And now, if you click the share, then you can share the memory. Save. I guess I haven't done a save memory. I will probably have to go figure that out. But I know that you can share it, and you can share the whole memory. And even with music, you click next, and you edit. If you want to share all of this but minus one of the pictures, you can delete one of them. I click share, and then I would get a link. And I could save that link somewhere, and then I would have access to this again. But actually saving a memory, something I haven't done.
Stump the geek.
You stumped the geek.
We'll figure it out.
Now,
though.
Collages are, if you go into that explore area, and on a phone this would be search. So explore, and that's considered a type. So that's a collage is a creation. And I can see all my collages by clicking right here where it says collages. So there are all of my saved collages. So 1 out of 2. How's that?
Near enough, I guess. Okay. So Carl says, I did sign up for the added memory. I understand it's needed for the Google Photos. Right on.
Advanced features, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So first jump into Google Photos. Previously used Gallery. Well,
yeah. Good. Just a word of caution. Just if you've decided to use Google Photos, you need to stop using Gallery, because there's a lot to learn about either one of them. And if you're learning Google Photos, but you end up in Gallery, it's not going to work the same, and you might mess something up. Especially when it comes to deleting, need to understand what delete. I mean, if you use the trash can in Google Photos, you're deleting both from the phone and from the cloud. If you use the delete in Gallery, you're just deleting from the phone. And on Google Photos, you can delete just from the phone as well, but it's not the trash can. You have to 3 dots and delete from device. All right, so just a word. If you're going to start using Google Photos, use Google Photos all the time. Don't tap on the icon in the camera to go look at your photos.
Give it a rest. All right, Bob
That's
wants
my
to,
pet peeve.
If I take pictures with my Nikon camera, The file name means something to me. If I move that file to Google Photos or Drive, what happens to the file name?
File name stays the same. In fact, not only does Google Photos not change file names, you can't change file names with Google Photos. So those photos that I just uploaded, like this one, the file name is denali.jpg. I gave it that name on my computer. I upload to Google Photos. That's the name it keeps. Anybody notice anything funny about this photo? Is it really a photo?
No.
That was made by AI. Fun.
All right. No more fun. If I share a Google photo with someone who also has Google Photos, show me where that person can find that shared photo.
Good one. Good one. Well, let me show you on the phone and on the computer. Because yes, if you share with somebody who does use Google Photos, then it's so easy. You just tap share and their face appears there. But it's going to their Google Photos. And they might not even see the notification. Where they find it is in the sharing tab. And like here are some photos that Julie shared with me. I see the photos that Julie shared with me by going into sharing and tapping on Julie. It's really nice. It ends up being kind of like a text messaging system where there's photos and you can write text. On the computer, same thing, just sharing is over on the left-hand side rather than down at the bottom. And I'm looking for Julie. She's here somewhere. And the conversations are the round. I don't know why. There's Julie. I don't know why she's so much further down here than she was on the phone. But she's definitely there. So that's where you get to photos that were shared with you through Google Photos.
All right.
Yeah, Dolly.
What's that?
Oh, Jolin is commenting on the Dolly.
Oh, yeah. Dolly reference.
Oh, it said Dolly because I created that with Canva. Huh.
Well.
Canva uses Dolly, huh?
Who cares? All right, let's see. What is the three-line icon in the lower left of some photos when looking at the grid?
Okay. So what that's referring to, let me find one. I love it when I see the 3 lines because that means that I have written a description. And I obviously need to do that more because I don't see many of the 3 lines. But there's one. So this is what we're talking about, is the 3 lines right there means that this photo has a description. I click on it, and there is the description. Definitely Flower and Garden Week at Disney. And if that info panel is closed, that description appears in the lower left when you're looking at the photo full screen. So that's what the 3 lines means. And I've often said I try, not hard enough, to add a description to all of my my keeper photos.
Okay, I just got a new phone and have lost all the photos from my previous phone. Why? I thought photos were automatically sent to the cloud.
Oh, they are, but you need to check and make sure that it did happen. You still have to turn on the setting to make them go automatically to the cloud, and you have to check to see that it's actually working. Things can go wrong, like you don't have Wi-Fi. Some people never connect their phones to Wi-Fi, and yet the original setting in Google Photos is to only upload on Wi-Fi. So they never got uploaded. Let me show you on the phone, and we already talked about this once, but I didn't show the one thing. So here I am on Google Photos on the phone, and I don't know if everything has been uploaded or not. The way I find out is to tap on my little face. That's your account button in the upper right-hand corner, and I see Backup Complete. Backup Complete. That very well, if you go there and you see, backing up 3 of 3040, then you need to open it and watch it until that says Backup Complete. Or go to the computer and look. Also, that's another one.
How to move photos from one account to another. And you have a book page reference there.
Because this absolutely is a frequently asked question, so I made sure to write about it in the book. And what did it say, 15?
I don't know what it said yet.
15. If you need to change accounts, there's a surprisingly painless way to copy all of your photos from one Google account to another, and it's called partner sharing. You log in to the account that has the pictures, you turn on partner sharing and give the name of the account you want it to go to. Then you go to the account you want it to go to, accept the invitation, and check the box to save all photos. Boom. It's done. I mean, it takes a little bit of time and you have to watch it, but that's all there is to it. Except realize it copies all the photos and videos over beautifully. It does not know about albums. So if you had a bunch of albums in your original account, they do not exist in the new account.
All right. How to delete duplicates.
Yes, this is absolutely a frequently asked question, and I'm afraid I still have the same very unsatisfactory answer. Google Photos has no tools to help you find and delete duplicates. However, I think it's important to know that exact duplicates cannot exist, and I want you to watch this little video. Hi, this is Chris Guld with geeksontour.com and learngooglephotos.com. And the purpose of this tutorial video is to answer the question, does Google Photos upload duplicates? Spoiler alert, the answer is no, but you need to understand the definition of duplicate. Let me show you what I mean. So here is a Google Photos account that has no photos in it. I'm looking at photos, there is nothing in it. So I am going to upload a photo. I click on upload. I can go to my computer and I'm looking at my pictures folder, and I have several other subfolders. I'm going to look at this one called Bimini 2018. And here's one of my favorite photos. It's underwater of Jim and me scuba diving. So that's on my computer, on my hard drive. I just am uploading it to Google Photos. It tells me that one photo is uploaded. I'm not going to put it in an album, so I'll just X on that. And I have one photo. If I try to upload that exact same photo again, it will not. Upload, computer, Pictures, Bimini 2018, and Geeks on Scuba. But here's the weird thing. It says one item uploaded. I wish it wouldn't do that, because if I click out of it and look at my photos in this account, there is still only one photo. It has not uploaded. So it goes through the motions of uploading it, but then it says, wait a minute, that's already here, and it cancels the operation. All right. Now, let's say I'm going to go to my computer. I'm clicking on the files and folders here, and I go to Pictures and Bimini 2018. And let's say I copy that photo, the Geeks on Scuba. I'm going to right-click and copy. Now I'll just go out to my main Pictures folder, and I'll right-click and paste, and I'll even rename it. So instead of Geeks on Scuba, this picture is called Jim and Chris Underwater. So as far as Windows, or if I was on a Mac, this would be the same thing. As far as the filing system is concerned, this is a second picture. But if I go back to Google Photos and I click Upload, Computer, Pictures, and Jim and Chris Underwater, if I try to upload that, Google Photos will know that, nope, can't do it. That is the same photo. Refresh, and even though it said one photo uploaded, it realized, nope, that photo's already there. Even though it had a different name, so the file name makes no difference. So I click on that photo, and let's see what the file name is of this, Geeks on Scuba. So it just simply rejected the Jim and Chris Underwater picture. On the other, that goes on for, it's one of my longer videos, so I'm going to stop it there. I think that made the main point, is that it really doesn't upload exact duplicates, but all you have to do is do a brighten, do a crop, and then upload, and it sees that as another picture. So I know you do have lots of duplicate looking pictures, and it would be nice if they had a feature.
Another question.
Yeah, well, but I just got an email in here from Fred Sowerby. Hi, Fred. He's watching this on an iPad, and there doesn't seem to be any way for him to enter into the chat. If anybody can help him. Do you see the chat though? He doesn't. He sent me a screenshot. Doesn't look like he can even see the chat. I'm saying that must be an iPad thing. I've never watched a YouTube live video. So I agree on your screenshot. I see no place for the chat. And, if somebody, Jolin, Bill, has an answer, I will pass it along. Fred?
Thousands of my photos are ones that were scanned from slides or hard copies. How do I change the date to the date they were taken, if I can remember?
If you can remember it, yeah. Okay. And that's an easy one. I know the answer to that one. I have a bunch of scans as well. SCANS. Old family scans. And how did we do this? We just opened up the old photo album and snapped the pictures. And they will start out with the date that you snapped the picture. But I have already changed the date on this one. Notice it says March 10, 1891. Now, do I have any clue that this was actually March 10, 1891? No, I just looked at how old the people looked and did a general calculation. The way you change a date is simply tap on this little pencil. And then you can put in whatever date you want. And then save. If you have a bunch of them, and you say, well, just any time in 1891 is good enough, we'll select all of these and then do the 3 dots and edit date and time. And it asks you, are you talking about you just want to put one date and time on all of them? Or do you want to shift the time so these were all taken in a different time zone and they weren't calculated right? You just want to change them to be 1 hour earlier than whatever they say. I'm doing set one date and time. And then, once again, you can enter whatever date you want and save. I'm not going to because I had already done that work. And that works great. Now they are instantly sorted into the new date order. It's really wonderful. One little caveat. If you download that photo, it'll have the original date on it. So that date is just in the Google Photos database. It does not get stored with the photos metadata.
Want to talk about a new feature?
I happened to show that already in answer to somebody's question.
I pay no attention to what you did.
So, nope. Artistic frames for collages, showed it.
All right. How about?
All right. Yeah. They have to see Magic Eraser.
Okay.
And this video is good. So just in case you haven't seen Magic Eraser, you have to see it. Magic Eraser started out only available on the Pixel. It is now available for all phones, not just Pixels. So we want to show you. I'm going to use my Samsung for this one, but it does work just the same on the iPhone. Oh, you do need to be a paid subscriber. If you are just using the free Google Photos 15 gigabyte account, then you will see this option when you go into edit, but it won't work. It will say, hey, you need to pay if you want to have this option. There's lots of editing tools that are for paid subscribers only. Now, being a paid subscriber is only $2 a month. It's worth it. It is worth it for these tools. Okay, see if you agree. Watch this. So I go into Google Photos. Here's a photo of us on the beach, and notice those two people in the background. I tap on Edit, and then Magic Eraser appears right away if it's a photo that is appropriate for Magic Eraser. But if it doesn't, then it's under the Tools. It's under Tools. And you'll notice a multicolored 1. That means you must be a Google One subscriber. That's what I was talking about, minimum $2 a month, in order for this feature to work. All I have to do is tap Magic Eraser. It investigates the picture and it says, I'll bet you would like to have those people in the background gone. Notice how the people in the background have been outlined. I tap Erase All, and they're gone. This was a picture we took in Bali of a statue that was awesome. I want to get rid of this guy. This is not a friend. This is just somebody that got into my picture. So I'll tap Edit, and I'll tap Magic Eraser. But you'll see the suggestions that it finds is not what I wanted. Since this guy is so big, it thinks that that's somebody who belongs in the picture and it wants to delete these other folks. No, That's not what I want. So what I do is I just rub over him. And notice I am not exactly outlining him, but Magic Eraser does exactly outline him and gets rid of him. All right. And the last one is probably the most amazing, and that is telephone wires. It totally ruins this photo of a beautiful doorway. And so all of these wires, edit, and now Magic Eraser doesn't come up right in the beginning here. So I'll scroll over to Tools, and there's Magic Eraser. And it will find all those telephone wires. It highlights them. I tap Erase All, and they're gone. But notice there's a couple little things that it didn't get a couple over here. Well, that's fine. I can just rub, and it goes away. Rub on that one. I'm not getting it quite right. There we go. And there's a little piece up in the sky here, and that one. So you can keep cleaning it up, but it does the bulk of the work for you. Now, I would still want to straighten and crop and do some other things, but my point is the Magic Eraser is just awesome. I love Magic Eraser. And Fred, if you're still watching, I figured it out because I do have an iPad and I took a look. You need to be using the YouTube app on your iPad. Then the chat is all right there. Then on the browser version YouTube, there's no chat. Okay.
Is there a way to add printed type to a photo? I do not use Google Photos. I generally load from my Nikon to my laptop.
We have a couple of videos on how to add text. Number one, you can, if you would start using Google Photos, on an Android, there is an editing feature called markup, and you can add text to a photo with markup. There's another iPhone and Android app called Snapseed, which I like a lot, that will let you add text. If you're talking about wanting to do it on a computer, there's lots of ways. If it's a Windows computer, Picasso would still be my favorite way to add text to a photo, but most any photo editor, I think maybe even the photo app that comes with Windows can add text, I think.
Yeah, we're old.
Those really were from the 1890s. That was my great-grandfather. Great-great-grandfather.
You want to deal with this?
Movie maker? No, I don't. Not if there's another. Isn't there another question? Oh, no, I guess not.
No.
All right, well, I'll mention it because we're just about, we are done, and it looks like pretty much all our questions are done. I had a note about the new feature of Movie Maker on the Chromebook. I got all excited. There's not a whole lot to be excited about, unless this new, so on the Chromebook with the Android app of Google Photos, the Movie Maker looks different than it does on phones or on web. So it's a different layout, and there are a couple new features. You can directly edit photos or videos right in the Movie Maker, and you can add pan and zoom motion to photos. That's very nice. It does not have transitions, and it does not have titles, and it does not have voiceover. So I'm still waiting, but baby steps.
Oh, Bill has a question. After copying photos from one account to another, can it be disconnected and shared with another account?
Sure. But the key there is disconnected, because it can only, partner sharing is 1-to-1.
Okay. Any way to find an album in Google Photos? I can't believe you can't sort or search albums.
You can sort or search albums. Let me... Google Photos on the web, but you can do the same thing on the phones. First of all, you can search. So I have a few albums, I think, that have to do with kayaking. We like to kayak. So if I just type kayak, notice what... Now, if I pressed enter right now, I would get, all thousands of photos that have kayaks in it. But if I just type kayak and then look at the list, this little icon here means this is an album. So there's the one I wanted, kayak diving. And I open it, and there's our album of kayak diving. You can also sort. If you are looking at just albums, notice right up here, last modified. So that means that these, I am currently looking at them in order of the last one that was modified. So this 2023-04 April is the last one that was modified. But if I wanted to look at it in album title order, you just click there and choose album title. Now it's alphanumeric, so a quote mark comes up first. Asterisks come up next. So if I wanted them to be at the top of the list, I start with an asterisk. Then come numbers. And after all the numbers, then it starts going alphabetically. So you have the choice of last modified, most recent photo, or album title.
How about how to find albums when you're adding photos?
Now, if you have problems adding photos and not being able to find albums when you're adding photos, yes, that is another issue. Video 789 addresses that. And if you don't know about our videos, you just go to geeksontour.com, tutorials, all videos, and 1 through 700. I'm about ready for number 800, aren't I?
Getting close. Yeah.
I'm in the 790s, are all listed on that page on our website.
Well, I think that's about it. We've gone through a whole hour, and as fast as can be. But it's been great.
Thanks for joining us,
yes,
guys.
Thanks for joining us. You did a great job,
what
Chris.
I love to do.
And you're so good at it. So join us next time. We'll do it again.
We'll be doing our regular Sunday show this Sunday.
And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're getting real close to that 10,000 number, and we would like to see those subscriptions be up there. And give us a thumbs up if you're here on Facebook. Give us a like, like us on Facebook. Do all those things that you're supposed to do.
And Fred, if you're still here and switched over to the app, we'd love to just have you say hello.
Yeah, that would be cool. All right, but that's it for us. I'm going to click us out of here. Thanks so much. See you later.
Bye.